Hey guys, so today we're making a calzone. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started with the recipe. So this was a chicken and turkey pepperoni calzone that I made from scratch. It was so cheesy and flaky and buttery and delicious. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to show you how I made it. Let's get started. So I am going to make homemade dough for this. This was actually dough that I made for an apple pie recipe that I posted on my channel a few weeks ago. And so it's the same pie dough that I've always used, and I had a little bit left over on this day after making the pie. So I decided to use the leftovers for a calzone. It was very spur of the moment, but it turned out very well. And so I am using some plant butter for this recipe, but again, the apple pie I made was plant-based, but this calzone will not be plant-based, if that makes sense. And so I'm just going to blend the butter into the dough. And you want to blend it until it's like pea-sized shapes. And I gradually added in the water. You don't want to add it all in at the same time. Because you don't want the dough to get too wet, and so I just add a little bit at a time and I kind of work it through. You can also do this with a food processor or with a stand mixer with a dough hook, but it seemed easier to do it by hand at this time, and so I just formed it into a ball like this, and then I'm gonna wrap it in some plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour to chill. And so after my dough has been chilling, of course this is the leftovers from the pie that I made, and so I'm just using some Prego sauce because that's what I had in my refrigerator, but you can use pizza sauce or make your own pizza sauce if you want. And then I am using some mozzarella cheese, and you can add whatever ingredients you want to your calzone. I'm using some turkey, pepperoni sausage, and then I just have some leftover rotisserie chicken that I added in there. I'm going to put a little bit more cheese, and you want to make sure that you season your food, okay? And so I'm adding in some black pepper, some Himalayan pink salt, as well as some of this chicken all-purpose seasoning and some Italian seasoning. But again, just make sure your food tastes good to you. And I'm just going to flip that over, and I'm just going to kind of scrunch up the ends and roll it up just like this, and then I'm gonna cut some slits in the top because you want the what am I looking for? You want the steam to be able to escape from there. And then I'm just gonna brush it with some egg wash, and I'm going to season the top of the crust as well. And so I use some more Italian seasoning, and then I'm gonna put some freshly grated Parmesan cheese on top because that sounds good to me, but you can use whatever seasoning you want on top. Just make sure you season your dough. And then I'm gonna put it on this sheet of parchment paper, and I'm gonna put it on my pizza stone in my oven, and it's preheated to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna let that bake for about 12 to 15 minutes. And so this is what it looks like when it's all done. Nice and golden brown, crispy on the outside. This was so good, y'all, and I've never made this before, but I'm like, this dough is not gonna go to waste. And so the bottom browned really well, and this, I would definitely make this again. You can stuff it with whatever you want and serve some additional sauce on the side. And so the pizza stone and this knife is from Ritual Life, and so I will be sure to list the product details in the description box below. And so this is the finished product, you guys. Cheese, meat, pepperoni, all the things all throughout. This was absolutely delicious. I highly recommend making this quick little dinner idea, or like a party idea, whatever you want this to be. The dough was nice and buttery and flaky, and the calzone was nice and cheesy. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.